Hello, welcome to your Soulprint weekly Pick Your Crystal reading. This is for the week of July 7th through the 13th. So we have, this is rose quartz, this is amethyst, this is green. So pink, green, and purple. I have to take a moment, see which crystal or crystals resonate with you, and we shall get started. All right, so the pink. There we go. Starting off with the Ten of Swords, Death, do not freak out, Strength, and the Two of Pentacles. All right. So the energy of this is, it's really about sort of finding your own strength and moving forward. So the Ten of Swords talks about something that did not turn out the way you wanted it to, a really big disappointment, perhaps, feeling like, it's sort of like no matter what you did, you couldn't make it come together. You couldn't make it work the way you wanted it to. And at some point, you have to sort of recognize that. The other thing that the Ten of Swords talks about is an ending of a cycle. And that's important because the card that follows it is death. And so you have the ending of a cycle and then the transformation and rebirth coming right on its heels. So what this is talking about is somebody actually finding their own strength, recognizing how strong they are, recognizing that they can get through with it. Most of us don't realize how strong we are because, we're just not tested constantly. But when something goes wrong and something doesn't turn out the way we hope or we wanted it to, and we recognize that it's time for transformation, it's time for a shift, it's time to refocus and look at something else and look at something new. That's where we start to recognize our strength. And once we've recognized it and kind of taking a good look at it, that's when we're able to move forward. Because now we know that we're moving forward, with confidence. We're moving forward with a new focus, a new idea, a new objective. And it's followed by the Two of Pentacles. And so this is interesting because, the Two of Pentacles is about balancing things, right? It's about dealing with your resources. It's about trying to, keep everything, it's sort of as much on an even keel as you can. And so when I look at these cards, it's sort of like shifts and changes that are going on and significant ones. So if there is something that, if there's a disappointment, it could even be a depression. But if there's a disappointment, acknowledge that the blessing in that is that the cycle is coming to an end, and it will, as sure as the sun rises, be followed by a transformation of energy. It will be followed by a new beginning where you are much stronger. You are much more confident in your capabilities and your abilities to move forward and create what you want. And that's going to take you to a place where you now have a new goal and you have a new objective and you're getting busy balancing and juggling things so that you can bring this new beginning and this transformation, bring it together and bring it forward. Okay. So, sort of feels like a bit of a tough time, but that's followed by clarity and understanding and a new beginning. All right, let's take a look at the green. Starting off with the Two of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Star. All right, so if you're All right, here we go. Let's look at this. So the Two of Swords is about kind of, it's like a stalemate. It's being stuck. It's like you're trying to make a decision. Your eyes are covered. You can't see. The crossed arms literally in front of your heart. And, you've got swords. And swords are about, thoughts, ambitions. It can be about power. It can be about conflict. But whatever this is, there's sort of a bit of a struggle to see the way forward. Perhaps you just feel like it's too challenging. It's too much. You have these two really, really powerful ace cards here. So you have the Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. So the Ace of Pentacles talks about sort of a new kind of money flow coming in, right? It's the start of a new venture. It is important document. It can be a gift sometimes. But because it's followed by the Nine of Pentacles, it feels very much like this is something that you have been working towards, something that you are sort of ready and anxious to move forward. The Star is your wish card, right? The star represents the hopes and the dreams and the desires you have. So where are we going here with this? It's time now to make some decisions. It's time now to take off, what binds your eyes, look at what you don't want to look at, and recognize that it's time to move forward. You can't stay in this sort of stuck space. It's time to move forward and move on. And what these cards are telling me is that when that decision is made, when you're ready to move forward, you're going to find that you have the resources that need to come into place, that need to fall into place to allow you to move forward with this. And the Nine of Pentacles, that's very often, it's about financial success and material security, but it's very often about something that is sort of gained independently. It is something that, you are working towards. And the Star card is letting you know that your dream is possible. It's just as simple as that. So figure out what your dream is. Recognize it's time to move forward. And trust that the resources you need will move into place, will come into place, will be available to you. And yeah, it's something that this is something that you've hoped for, wished for, thought about. This is suggesting that maybe it's time for you to move forward. Not blindly, not without plans, but definitely with an awareness of your power and your ability to do so. All right, and let's start with this one. Okay, so we're starting off with the Two of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Pentacles. Alrighty. So, the Two of Wands tends to be about something that has begun. It is sort of the initial stages of something that has started. It can also represent a partnership, bringing somebody in to work with you or to help you move through a process. The Eight of Pentacles is talking about that focused work, right? It's talking about, doing what you need to do, sort of, taking care of business, taking care of the things that you need to take care of. And very often the Eight of Pentacles is sort of looked at as almost like sort of monotony, but It can also represent a new job. It can represent, money-making adventures. It can, and it can represent finding success through a skill set that you already have, through a talent that you already have. This brings you to the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune is here letting you know that it's going to bring you good fortunes. So good, in fact, that when you get to the Six of Pentacles, you find yourself in a place where not only are you able to receive, but you are able to give, you are able to share, you are able to, put money or assets into something that is important to you. It's about success, sharing, maybe a gift. So what you have here is this really lovely energy of this kind of this new beginning. And the cards are telling you, listen, you're going to have some really good fortune. And when you focus and, look at things, you're going to be able to move this thing forward in a way that brings you sort of that financial success and security that you are looking for. All right. Amazing. All right. So thank you very, very much for being here this week. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Until then, have a good one.